center. All right, you've heard the saying that circumstances don't make you. It's what you do with the opportunities given to you. Well, Yonder Alonzo is a little bit of both. He's certainly taken advantage of the opportunities given to him, but the circumstances in his life and his family's quest to become Americans, well, the circumstances have made Yonder Alonzo. Imagine being a child in communist-ruled Cuba. Imagine then being a 10-year-old and one day your parents whisk you away on a moment's notice, leaving the only country you know, leaving everything behind.
That was tough. It was tough in a way where you didn't know what to expect. We had no friends, we had no family, we had nothing. So we came here and you know, we started in Miami, we lived in Miami, and it was a struggle. It was tough, very tough.
Louis and Damaris, Yonder's parents, defected and came to America for a better life for their two children. The ultimate sacrifice. They had nothing, no job, no place to stay, and none of them could speak English. Eventually, Dad worked 3 jobs, Mom 2, and for 5 years, they lived in a one-room building that was once a small office.
You know, as I got older, I started realizing how hard, you know, life was in America. You know, it's a tough life. It's especially for somebody that's coming from a different country, which a lot of people in Miami do. And it was tough. It was something I'll never forget. Yet, you know, I always know where I'm from. I always know the struggles.
When Yonder was in high school, the family wasn't doing well financially. His father started cleaning offices to pay rent and put food on the table. Yonder, always wanting to pay back, told his dad he was going to help him clean those offices. And even into college at the University of Miami, even when he was a star player for the Hurricanes, he was going to school full-time, playing baseball full-time, and cleaning office after office, all part of the struggle to achieve their American dream.
Most kids enjoy a beautiful day, a Sunday day at the beach or playing golf or something. I'm here playing baseball and trying to do a good job because I want a future for myself and a good career. Yet I knew in the back of my head, once I hit that double, I knew in a couple hours I had to go clean offices, so it wasn't too much fun. So yeah, those are the things that's why I am, you know, who I am.
Most college baseball players who are earmarked for the major leagues don't ever have to earn an honest day's work. Not Yonder Alonzo.
I clean a lot of bathrooms, and it's kind of embarrassing saying it, but at the same time, you know, it makes me stronger. It makes me who I am because, you know, when things are going bad, there was times in my life where things were going really bad, and I was young and I had baseball, and, you know, the only thing I had was my family, and they were always there for me. So there could be way worse, you know, situations.
And while things continued to work out for the Alonzo family and their American dream was in sight, some pains will never go away when a young child had to leave everyone he loved, never to see them again.
You know, it's tough. You know, I never got to see my grandmother. I never got to see my grandfather. You know, it was just me and my sister, you know? So it was tough.
I bet, man.
Yeah.
But you're a shining example of what can happen.
Yeah, and I worked really hard, and you know, the biggest thing is the sacrifice, you know, for my mom and dad. Just because, I mean, they did everything. They left all their friends. You know, my mom never got to see my grandmother, and that was hard. You know, there's times where I think about her, and my grandmother was, you know, everything to me. But yeah, it was such a young age. I never could really. I was young, you know, but she was my grandmother. You know, when people tell me, "Hey, I'm going to my grandma's house," or "I'm going to my grandfather's house," I can't say that. I'm in Miami. I'm here in the United States. I don't have my cousins or aunts or none of that. Just don't have it.
And while the thoughts of the past bring a tear, the thoughts of the sacrifices made for him and his sister leave him in awe of his loving family.
The strongest people here is not myself, I don't think, but my mom, dad, and sister, because, you know, they sacrificed everything for me. I just went out and played a game. I mean, there's a lot of pressure here, but, you know, you got to do well and you got to do things, but there's also a lot of pressure when you have maybe 50 bucks in your pocket and you got to try to figure out how you're going to feed my mom, you know, your wife, your daughter, and your son. So, you know, and at the same time try to make them feel happy. So, you know, I'll tell you what, I was just lucky, you know, I had the parents that I have right now. They're still together. They never broke up. They never had fights. They were always happy, and they were always trying to share things with me and my sister. So I give them everything for that.
And Yonder wants to give everything back. When he signed as a first-round pick in 2008, the first thing he did was not only buy his parents each a new car, he completed the dream. No more worrying about being behind on rent. No more one-room apartments. No more sharing a bedroom with his sister. He bought his mom and dad a new house.
They were freaked out. You know, I think it was my dad was very happy, but definitely my mom was the happiest. Just because that's the American dream. You know, you want to own a house. So once I got him the house, you know, do whatever you got to do, make it nice, and from then on, just be happy. So they don't really go out much. They don't go to the movies. They don't do much. They have their house, and that's good enough for them.
Earlier this season, Yonder fulfilled another dream. He got to play in his hometown of Miami, and with parents in the stands, it was as if fate wrote the script. He hit the first pitch he saw for a home run. The journey was complete, but the adventure with many more chapters to write. But don't go thinking because he made it to the big leagues that Yonder Alonzo will ever big league anyone.
That's definitely the number one thing about myself, is I'm humble and I know where I come from. So all this lights and cameras and the crowd and everything, at the end of the day, it's fun, but yet I know where I'm from, and I know how hard I've had to work to get to this level.
And that journey included sharing a couch for a period of time with his sister, all part of creating their American dream and coming to the big leagues really the hard way. And Yonder Alonzo, I can attest to, a very humble young man, and he says out of habit, when he sees a piece of trash on the ground, he just picks it up. He's that kind of guy.